Hello wonderful people, and welcome to my video about the breakdown of my new song Hey Boy that was released on 12th February on Soundmojo. I asked in my YouTube community tab about it to make a breakdown video of it or not, and then some of you just voted for yes. So here I am. I'm gonna show you how I did the song and explain everything. So what I'm gonna do is play the song first so you know how it sounds like, and then I'm just going to go through all the layers that I have right here, all the plugins, the samples that I'm using, just like only layers, not the whole song, because my PC is old and it just crashes a project. So first I'm gonna play the song so you know how it sounds like. So here it is, the full song that I played for you guys. Now I'm just gonna go through all the layers one by one and then show you how I did it. So first I'm gonna go through the MIDI, like the intro. There's a piano playing right here. I'm just gonna disable this FL-chan. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna play. This is straight going into the master, because I consolidated it and then just played it like right here, and it already has the filter and everything that's done, and I'll show you how I did that and what piano did I use. So it sounds like this. It's just basically these chords and then playing all the way to right here, but I have a filter on it, so they just open up from time to time. And the piano is maybe sidechained. Yeah, I guess it is. So now let me show you the intro stuff right here. So what I basically have right here is, I'm just gonna go through the stuff. Like right here, I have this block. And then just a piano playing. Wait, I'm gonna show you all the piano first. So let me solo it. It's the Addictive Keys piano, and the preset I'm using is called the House Keys. And this piano plugin and this preset especially is very good for house music. So I just consolidated it, and the chords it's playing are like these. So it just repeats over and over, like for an eternity, just 32 bars of just 4 chords playing over and over again. So I'm just gonna disable that and then show you the block. It's from a pack that is a future house or future bounce pack. I don't remember what pack this was, but like it's for future house and future bounce, and it has cool preset for leads and chords and everything. And I have used this pack in the entire song, like you'd see. So let me play this block. So it's playing these notes, kind of siren effect, maybe, I don't know, but it's just cool. And then I have this Arpeggiator that plays like this. It's not playing the chords that I have, but like a different chord pattern, but it just fits the vibe of the song. So I'm just gonna show you the processing right here for the block and the ARP that I have. So let me enable it right here. Alright, it's the Arpeggiator just has some reverb and EQ, more EQ. This is kind of like filter, because I'm filtering out, like fading in and fading out in the entire song. And then I have this block right here, which is also here, and it has no processing at all. It just sounds good on its own. And here's my lead bus, in which I'm just high passing everything, and then a little bit of reverb and a filter. And then let's go forward and see what I have there. So I'm just gonna play all this stuff. Alright, it's just piano and these things. Alright, then what I have right now right here is the vocals. I actually had to quantize all of these because these didn't fit the whole song, the vibe of it. So it's just repeated like after, like it's just these bars, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just 8 bars of vocal, and then repeated again and again and again through the entire song. So here are the vocals that I quantized, and then I'm gonna show the processing as well. So here's a filter effect on it, and then just reverb, because the vocals are pretty much in good shape and I got them right here, and I didn't even need to process it like even further. So I just put some reverb on it to just give it that wetness, so it fits the whole vibe and like it just fills the song. Hey boy, come join. And I have this Reese, I just realized, and it's playing right here. I'm pretty sure it's just Serum. Yeah, it's Serum and one of the Serum default preset packs, like this. And then what I have right now is just snaps, some pre-shifted snaps, and some rides, some shakers, and a chime effect.
Hey boy, 伝ってないで Come join みんなとパッとして One boy 気になってく I'm joining in the rhythm to be with you Hey boy 伝ってない Hey boy
Alright, I'm just gonna disable this because I don't know why it's here. Alright, now here's my sidechain. The trigger method I do for I take a kick sound and then just stretch it and then edit it in the Edison and then run it through a mixer channel like right here. It is on mixer channel 2, and then I just sidechain it to any mixer channel, which I call a sidechain bus, and then I put a fruity limiter on it and just go to the compression mode and right click right here and select the trigger, and then I just play around with these knobs, like put the knee all the way up and the threshold like around I'm just gonna see, it's around 11% at the moment, and just play around with the release knob as well, because that makes your sidechain like heavier or more, or just less sidechain, like heavy but less, or non-heavy but more. So it's just a sidechain release knob. And then I'm just gonna play all this stuff together with the trigger on.
Hey boy 伝ってないで
You cannot see the difference right here in the sidechain, but it's usually common in the drop. Like you can hear the sidechain, the heavy sidechain that's in the drop, but you can't hear it right here because of the vocals, because the vocals are not sidechained to the track right here. So I'm just gonna skip over this area. It's just basic stuff like right this, and the piano filtering, the sidechain compression, like the threshold of the sidechain, like how hard it is. And for the intro it's not that hard, but like when it goes to the drop section right here, then it goes like hard, and the threshold is just around 11%. Like right now it's now 37% for the intro, so you don't feel it that heavy. And right here I have another filter for the arpeggio, and the arpeggio volume control, and the Reese volume control for the build up, so it doesn't just blow up like in the build up, it just like controls all the low end, because I don't need the low end in the build up. I probably could have just like high passed the build up right here, but when I was making this song I wasn't very good at music at all, so I don't even know how I made this song. So right here, it's the build-up section, the snare right here. Just your typical snare. This goes to the mixer channel 24, a bit of reverb, and filter, like as you can see, and then the vocal chops that I have,
Hey boy パッとして
like this, and the snaps coming in again with a riser and a down lifter and another riser right here. And this is the filter for the leads, the drop leads that are coming in, and it's the snare channel pitch and the vocal channel pitch. And right here is the snare, I don't even know, maybe, yeah, it's just a snare, like the filter effect on snare. there's not much going on, so I'm just gonna play.
Hey boy, パッとして Hey boy, パッとして Hey boy,
So I'm just gonna go through the drop right now. I'm just gonna enable all these effects. And this drum, yeah, it's just a drum fill. And then these are just like down risers, but I'm using them as like some white noise exhaust in this song. And probably right here, more automations for the filter effect on the drop, and then the sidechain control, like the threshold for the sidechain. And right here I have some vocal effects, like, no, it's just regular effects, like some kind of, I wouldn't call it bass, but like just effects. So here's the drop, the kick, the sidechain, and then there's a clap, and another clap, and one more clap, and the last one. So all together these sound like this. And right here I have another drum fill, just like using it as a transition to the second part of the drop, and a vocal chop, like vocal effects or whatever you call it. So it just filter out right here with a sidechain. So now I'm gonna go through the leads and the basses I have right now, like right here for this part. So I'm just gonna go to, this is pattern 1, yeah, usually. So here's the bass, like 1, 2, 3, 4 basses, 1 sub, 3 leads, and 1 pluck, and then the vocal chops. So I'm gonna play it all of them. And here's a pluck. Here's lead. Another lead. It's more like a pluck, but whatever. And here's the sub. Here's the bass. Another bass. And the last one. This also feels more like a plucky bass, but I'm using it as a bass right now. And I have like high passed all these basses except the sub, because I need the sub frequencies to be right there. So I'm just gonna play all these basses and the leads and stuff. So first of all, I'm gonna play the basses. Just basic stuff like EQ on the basses and a little bit of distortion, more EQ, some compression, and then more EQ, and a soft clipper, because why not? And then more EQ, more distortion, EQ, distortion, and a little bit of stereo witness. Like, I'm just gonna play. It sounds mono-ish, but when I apply the stereo width, it sounds more like filling the frequency range and like the overall drop width. And then the sub is just low pass and more distortion. Like, I have distortion a lot on these stuff. And then vocal chops right here. Vocal chops having more of the reverb, some compression, and a filter effect, like for the leads that I have. Now I'm gonna play the leads, and these, all the basses and leads are from that pack that I have for the silent, and all these basses and leads are just silent. I'm not using Serum for these. So I'm just gonna play the leads right now. and turn off all the basses. Delete like high pass, a little bit of boost for the high end, and same stuff right here. EQ, more EQ, a little bit of distortion, and then the block has just EQ. And then all these are routed to the lead bus, which I showed earlier, like the EQ, the reverb, and filter. Then the bass bus, it has some more EQ, like to cut off the low end, and then a filter. It's nothing too much crazy. And that's pretty much it for the first drop. And then I have these loops for the tops, the hi-hats, or anything. Alright, I'm gonna go through all of this. Like right here I have, okay, maybe I'm disabling all the effect right here. So I'm just gonna go right here and make the solo and open it up again. So let's see, it's just a down riser, an impact, and a sweep. I would call it a sweep, but it's a down riser and a riser, and then I just reverse it and made it a sweep. So it's kind of like this. And then I have another lead incoming for the breakdown, which is right here, and it's playing like that one again. Like it's just like a pitch glide for these notes. Like for the first hit it's going up, and for the second it's going down. Like these are just pitch slides of these notes, like going from this note to this, and from this note to down to this, and it's like this for the whole song right here, and it's nothing going crazy. I just introduced more of the vocal chops right here. And all the stuff right here that is from the intro. So it's just a copy paste of the intro, but with just these vocal chops and that lead that I have right there. So I'm just gonna go and skip for the second drop. For the second drop, I'm using other basses right here, which is from the same sample pack. For the silent that I have, I'm just keeping the sub right here, and then these new basses and new leads for the future bounce wipes. So I'm just gonna play all these. I'm gonna solo it. And this one. The leads. These are probably just the same settings. Like for the leads, I have just EQs, more EQ, more EQ, and it's not even EQ right here. And for the basses, there's not much going on, and it's just probably the same, like more EQ, more distortion in EQ, and more distortion in EQ according to my ears that I need. And by the way, I have the reeds in mono and the sub in mono, so I have these two things in mono through the entire song. And this is pretty much it, like the basses and the leads and everything right here. And I'm using the same stuff right here. Maybe I've changed the kick. Yeah, I've changed the kick. It's more like a clicky one right here for the future bounce vibes, and another, yeah, it's just pretty much the same as it was. And then I have the vocals that I just consolidated and put it through Portal in another project, and then just used a bit crusher on it, and now they sound like this. Wait, I'm gonna enable all this so you can hear it. And they're all in mono, and right here this pitch automation, which just goes down with the vocals. And then here is the final one shot that I'm using. That is just like an impact from a cyber library pack that I have from Splice. Sounds like this. I'm using this just to like add a little bit of suspense in the end. So that's pretty much it for the whole track, and now I'm just gonna go through the mastering process. Here I have it. It's just pretty simple mastering that I have right here. Like the volume of the song and then the stereo width of the song. That is, the volume is going down in the build-up section and the stereo width like doing the mono in the build-up section. And for the mastering, I pretty much have like a soft clipper to limit the track volume that's going into the mastering session. And then here's the Maximus with some compression on lows and mids and highs and master. And that's pretty much it. Like the highs, the mids, and the lows are like gained up, and that's just pretty much it. I'm using Maximus for mastering just to give it that little bit of that gain in volume and like the overall fatness to the track. So that's pretty much it for the mastering as well as the breakdown of the song. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something from it. So if you have any questions regarding the track or overall about the music that I know or I do, you can join my Discord server and ask me there like anytime. So see y'all soon. Bye. Have a great time and have a better day than me.